can join us for it. This is Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. You take a look at the Pelicans. And as we get ready to go here, guys, what are your thoughts on the Pelicans?
And this really one of those glass half full games. Down 3 games to 2 in a series. It won't be easy so they can win here at home. And then it becomes one game for all the marbles.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? Still the pressure on them is pretty high at this point. With no margin for error, things will get very sticky for them if they get in a hole here early. If that does happen, I'll be very interested to see how they respond.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court right now for the Hawks. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. G is out there with Teague, and it's Cephalosha in at the small forward. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Evans with the steal. Holiday dishes to Evans. Some nice passing here by New Orleans.
Got the fans still standing up.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
On defense, the Pelicans. They come into this game after losing on Saturday.
And that was one of the few times that you'll see a team just lack fight defensively in losing that game.
Yeah, and I know their fans may not want to hear it, but the reality and the truth is the defensive end of the floor was not what it needed to be in terms of effort.
Now Evans following the 3-point attempt by Freak. And that's Evans penetrating.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
This is his first free throw of the game. And both free throws good for Tyreke Evans. Here's G. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. In the corner, Cephalosha with it. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall.
Not sure how he gets that pass off. I thought for sure he was going to pull the trigger.
Outside Holiday. The dish to Evans. Pass to Ajinça. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Ajinça's got his first points in this one. The Hawks trail by 3. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. G kicks to Horford. He dishes it to G. Shot clock at 5. Here's Teague. Lays it up and in a nice reverse.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
For New Orleans, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Holiday, the pass to Evans. From deep. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Now it's runs checked in for the Pelicans. Hondo comes in for Drew Holiday. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for the Hawks. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Jeff Teague. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. G kicks to Horford. Horford with the screen on Rondo. Horford, good.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Now here's Rondo. To the paint. Here's Davis. And Horford pulls it down. Hawks have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And that one's good. Schroeder.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation. Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor.
Watch a little there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
My fault.
New Orleans making some changes here. Anderson, he's checked in for Davis.
And I gotta use some points, man.
Pelicans trail by 4. On the court for Atlanta. G, he's in a shooting guard. Horford is out there with Ilyasova. Then there's Kyle Korver. Now here's Len. Evans kicks to Len. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Len. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pelicans had a huge game. He dropped in 26 points and was on the mark from deep, draining several threes. A very big statement in what was an important Game 5 win for his team. Can they do it again in Game 6, guys?
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified.
Yeah, I think they'll be a little afraid. I mean, anybody who saw that game has to still be in awe of what he was able to do. He was absolutely dominant.
Well, I tell you, he was in such a rhythm and on a roll. He could have won that game all by himself.
Foster's checked in for the Pelicans. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Cephalosha's checked in. Evans with the steal.
Man, I swear they be cheesing.
And it's all evened up.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
Here's Rondo after Tyreke Evans has scored. Rondo kicks to Evans from downtown. That doesn't go either for Evans.
You can't get in a much better position for the three than that. Everything was right on target. It just didn't fall.
Horford dishes to Cephalosha. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And that one's good by G.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half. Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Kicks it to Horford. And it's good. Horford's got his second basket of the night.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Rondo passes to Ajinça. Here's Foster. Covered by Cephalosha. On up the court. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Pelicans trail by 7. Rondo kicks to Davis. Pass to Foster. The pass to Evans. 6 on the shot clock. Cephalosha with the steal. And here we go. Teague heading to the hoop. The basket
one coach.
He's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Hawks.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also, how about...
And we finished one half a basket.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome back to our presentation of the NBA Finals as we get going again. Without question, Jeff Teague displaying his skills today.
How about the opening half of basketball he played? I mean, so much riding on this game, and he came out with a sense of urgency to start.
And that's part of his greatness. I mean, in big games, he always performs, lays it out. He loves the games where everybody's watching, and you can see why. This is a big-time performance.
Holiday and Evans comprise the backcourt. Foster is out there with Davis, and it's Ajinça in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the Pelicans' 5. The Hawks have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. And he makes the first. And so Teague gets 2 free throws.
He's a dead eye at the line, fellas. Just call him automatic. He doesn't miss many of those.
Pelicans trail by 10. Outside Holiday. Here's Davis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 3rd assist on the night. Atlanta's shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there.
Great way to start to have easy layup against some soft D.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum with that. I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Here's G. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
He gets right to the rim, but the defense there to deter.
I really like that he didn't shy away from the contact at all. I mean, he was determined to get to the basket, no matter who was offering the resistance.
And G drops them both. Here in this 3rd quarter, just over a minute play. And Holiday kicks to Evans. Passes it to Ajinça. Feeds to Holiday. It's Davis on the wing. Here's the screen. That drops.
And he came off that screen, and then he just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
To the wing on the left. Here's G, covered by Evans. It's stolen by Ajinça. Evans, right side. And there's the feed to Holiday. Dishes it to Davis. From the line. Rebound, Atlanta. Horford's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounds.
You know what? That rebound has always been a critical element of the game, and that's why they are now understanding how to win.
The Hawks have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. Rajon Rondo's checked in for Drew Holiday, and he sinks the second. Into the 3rd we go. 2 minutes in now. Rondo dishes to Ajinça. Knocked away. Millsap with the steal. The numbers in their favor. Here's Sefolosha. Finishes the break with a slam.
Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
And Davis gets it to go.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Millsap a screen on Evans. G passes to Millsap. Teague against Rondo. Out to the right wing. Sefolosha. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim. Sefolosha's got the lead up to 11 now for Atlanta.
The Pelicans call timeout. Ladies and gentlemen, your Pelicans dance team.
New Orleans making a switch here. Anderson's checked in. And now we're 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter of play. Rondo kicks to Evans. He feeds it to Davis. The dish to Rondo. Pass to Anderson. Puts it up from 17. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Anderson's got his 2nd bucket of the night. Atlanta leading by 9. Just under 3.5 minutes play here in the 3rd quarter.
Hey, boy.
G dishes to Horford. To the right side. Sefolosha kicks to Millsap.
Oh.
Outside Rondo. New Orleans moving it around. Pass to Anderson. And stolen by Horford. Teague against Rondo. Teague the pass to G. Millsap a screen.
Oh, what are you doing? What do you think?
G dishes to Millsap. to the inside. And a dunk by Horford.
Oh.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says thank you very much and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Ball's knocked loose. Cephalosha with the stick, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Anderson, a screen on Teague. Evans goes in. Comes up empty down low.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Here's Rondo. That one a little long.
Yeah, credit the D there. Got his hands up and made sure he wasn't comfortable on the release.
Sure did. Stayed real snug on him and didn't allow him the space he needed to get a good shot off.
Evans outside. Back to Rondo. Shot to stop the run. Here's Davis over Horford. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. Pelicans trail by 10. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. G in a two-guard. Ilyasova out there with LaVoy Allen. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Korver in the three.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Hey.
Here's G. Stripped away. Anderson with the ball. He kicks it to Holiday. Back to Anderson. Here's Ajinça. Will not go. This is off the front
What
line.
do you mean?
Atlanta leading by 8.
Total?
They set the pick.
Oh. Eek.
And Ilyasova kicks to G. Another three for Atlanta.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Offensive rebound, Ajinça, and there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Foster's checked in for Anderson. Evans comes in for Quincy Pondexter. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Drew Holiday.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
Davis sets a screen.
Better not.
Evans outside.
Better not.
Inside. Lock at 6. Puts up the baby hook. That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Davis.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Kicks to Horford. Inside. And again, the basket from G. G's got 19 points.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Davis sets a screen. Rondo passes to Evans. Davis setting the pick for Evans. He dishes it to Davis. Here's Ajinça. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth.
That's the ball.
The Hawks leading by 8.
Stupid.
Now here's Teague.
Oh, when is he going to
The
pass
pass
the
to
ball?
Cephalosha.
When is he
Stolen.
going to pass the ball?
Now Foster passes it to Davis. Rondo with it. Picked up by Teague. Evans goes in. Feeds it to Davis. That doesn't go either for Davis. Hawks have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Teague dishes to Horford. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 4 assists in the game.
I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively.
And Davis puts it in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Outside.